Welcome back to Reassembly. We forgot to record this horizontally, but let's just jump right into it. We begin by testing the phone, starting with the touch functionality, which is working perfectly. Then moving on to the cameras. The 1x works perfectly, but hold on, there's an issue with the 3x camera. But the 0.5 works fine. This will require some attention later. As usual, we begin by unscrewing the bottom two screws and then pull them out. Put it in our screen opening tool, slap it closed, and clamp it down with the suction tool. Gently raise the screen, adding some alcohol to soften the adhesive. When there's an opening, slide the guitar pick in, moving it gently around the screen. A little wiggle and open it up, bringing out glue to hold the screen in place while we unscrew the first metal plate, and then the second, putting them both safely aside. Disconnect the battery, screen, and Face ID flex connections so that we can lift away the screen. We add alcohol under the battery to loosen the adhesive. This is a super quick method and makes it so easy to remove. We know what you're thinking. Interesting way to remove the battery, but both the battery and camera are going to be replaced, so this isn't really a problem. Once removed, we get to peel away the battery adhesive. This is super satisfying and is much easier than pulling it directly from underneath the battery, which almost always snaps. Throw the phone into the laser where we get more satisfying content. The laser burns away the glue and the paint beneath the glass, making it a lot easier to remove than heat alone. Clamp down the phone and it's time to pick off the glass. We use a paper thin metal tool to get in between the glass and the metal frame, easily picking off the back glass. We make sure to wear eye protection and gloves while doing this. The glass goes in every direction and makes it super fun to clean up afterwards. As you can see here, we use heat to separate the glass from the MagSafe magnets. This process usually takes some time, but it's definitely quicker than having to stick them all back. Nathan said, would like to see you restore an S8 Plus. This is something that we're sort of planning to do in the near future. Maybe not exactly an S8 Plus, but definitely an Android device. We picked up a few destroyed Android phones from our local market here in Dublin. So stay tuned to see these in the near future. Feel free to ask any question in the comments below, and we'll do our best to answer all of them. Now, let's return to the back glass removal. Whoops, this wasn't planned. Who uses MagSafe anyway? As you can see here, the laser avoids some of the internal antennas, so they're stuck down with Apple's really strong glue. But this won't stop us. We use a lot of heat here so that it can be lifted easily. Moving on to the camera. This one is a little more awkward because there's very little space to move the glass out from. We sped this up and skipped a little so you didn't have to see our struggles. We also have to remove what's left of the camera lens so that we can replace this later. Throw the phone back into the laser once more to remove any leftover residue. We cover the flash with some tape to protect it from being damaged by the laser. Give it a good scrub, and then with a microfiber cloth and some alcohol, we give the frame one last clean before we add the glue. Add cold pressed glue around the edges, and then we follow all the original Apple lines to make this glass stick down as well as possible. There is nothing more to say about this gluing process, so we wanted to take this time to give a big shout out to all 359 of you guys who subscribed, and we would also like to take this time to encourage anyone who's watching to subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps us do what we do. It's time to put the new back glass on by pressing it perfectly on all sides. We then clamp it down, making sure this glass is going absolutely nowhere. We're going to salvage a replacement camera from another phone that we had lying around. Just look at the sides. Unscrew the metal plate, and boom, a somehow perfect camera. We'll also salvage the original camera lens from this phone because it's way better than the aftermarket ones. We heat both sides up to 200 degrees, and as you can see, it pops out with ease. Back to the old phone, we add some glue so that we can install the new camera lens. We got some glue on the old camera, but this doesn't work, so it's not really a big deal. So let's get to removing it. Unscrew the metal plate, remove it, and pull out the old camera. There's quite a buildup of dirt on this camera. No wonder it wasn't working. A quick clean of the lens, and we're good to slap in this replacement camera. Connect the camera flexes, give it a quick wipe, and finally screw down the metal plate, holding it down by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 screws. Time for a new battery. Begin by unpeeling the sticker that protects the board. Carefully unfolding the board, because if once broken, gone. Snip, snip, and let's weld this in place on our high quality, brand new battery. We usually use a mold while doing this, but we came across a new method recently on YouTube and we tried it out, and I have to say it works great. Add the plastic cover, following it with the sticker. We want to get the battery health back up to 100%, so we need to add a stick-on flex, which is awkward to fold into place, but once done, we can connect it up to the programmer and write the health back to 100%. This is not ideal, but it is the only way to do it without getting a non-genuine battery message. Thanks, Apple. Stick on the new adhesive, and yes, we do have the correct ones this time. Glue down just the bottom 2 magnets. And now it's time to stick down the new battery. Connect the screen, Face ID, groot, battery connector, metal plate, screw, 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 metal plate number 2, screw, 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 and final screw. A quick clean and this phone is ready to be sealed up. Carefully close the phone, getting the crunch on every side. Bottom screw 1 and 2. Clean her up. And a final test of our cameras where we can see groot equals clear. Now let's check our battery replacement worked correctly. And once again, another perfect phone. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please slap the like button.
And please subscribe.
क्या बोला तूने?